This is Mark Dell from Android Spin, and this review is for Micronytes by Gibbs & Gore. There's a phrase masochism platformer that is used to describe a platforming game where the fun is gained through succeeding despite an insanely high level of difficulty. Perhaps the best example of this brutal platforming subgenre is the Meat Boy games, where difficulty brings you back for more rather than discouraging you. The biggest thing that a game of this type needs to work is for the controls to be absolutely spot on. The moment that the player is blaming anyone but themselves for dying, then the frustration is no longer aimed at themselves and is instead directed towards the game. This is the difficulty with games that are designed for touchscreen devices. The controls are never as precise as hard buttons, and making a game of this masochism style would seem to be a fool's errand. But that said, Gibbs & Gore did a fine job despite the cards stacked against them. There are a pair of control methods. You can either tap on each side of the screen to move and shake to jump, or use the on-screen controls. There is no one ideal control method, as depending on your device you might have a more capable and larger touchscreen, others might have difficulty with the rather small on-screen controls but have a responsive accelerometer. Whichever control method you decide on, things will not be perfect. But with Gibbs & Gore releasing several updates to the game recently, we might end up seeing support for more methods of control, or improvements to the existing options. The Micronytes you control are quick to learn, with their simple repertoire of moves, run, jump and wall jump. There is a tutorial to help you get acquainted that lasts only a matter of seconds, as the levels already gently ease you into the difficulty. There are 80 levels spread across 4 different worlds, and while each of these levels are perhaps roughly 30 seconds long, it's highly unlikely that you'll fire through the game in under an hour. Each world amps up the difficulty on a gradual scale and introduces you to more ways to die until you find yourself spending a great deal of time just beating a single level, if you can move past the level at all. Each level also has a trio of additional challenges to beat, and you'll only get the best game ending if you've beaten every level by collecting all of the collectibles without dying and under a time limit. Fortunately, you don't have to attempt all these challenges at once, so you can rush through a level without dying and then go back and find the collectibles. Each world has its own unique textures and music to keep things fresh, although this might be a little consolidation to those who are stuck repeating the same level. The game may be brutally tough, but if you fancy yourself as a platform game master, then for a few dollars, Micronytes is ready to take you down a few pegs.